Sunny at night. We're going to cheers to a good show and to our 15 years of friendship.
That's right.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Sunny at Night, a business talking to hustlers. That's what you're going to get with this show. We're talking to entrepreneurs, business owners, self-starters, people that are making it happen, people that wanted to start a future and be their own boss. And we hope this show inspires people that have a similar dream to hear these stories and get up and do something about it. So our first guest today is none other than Jonathan Torres, who just started his entrepreneurial journey this year. Your business is called Mebo, Health and Benefits. Please tell me more about it.
Okay. Mebo stands for Modern Employee Benefits Organization. We are a boutique benefits firm located in Orange County, California. We specialize in working with employers of all sizes to help them attract, retain, and engage the modern workforce through an employee benefits experience that's high-tech, high-touch, and socially responsible.
Okay, I hope you guys got all of that. You know, it's interesting because you're just such a creative guy. Ever since I've known you, you just are so creative and such a hustler. And I know you have such a story. When you think of life insurance, what's exciting about it for you in an industry that maybe not everybody knows of how they can benefit from it? So, you know, what joy do you get out of running this business so far?
Yeah, well, life insurance is just one of the arrows that we have in the quiver. Our primary focus is on, group health, things like health insurance, what we call the core benefits. So group health, dental, vision, and then from there we'll layer on disability insurance, whether it's short-term disability, long-term disability, and then for a lot of employer groups, it makes sense to have life insurance. And life insurance is important to me because I started my career, as you know,
right.
in life insurance. That's just kind of where I was getting my feet wet, and it's one of those things that. It's a real tough conversation to have with people because no one really likes to talk about the day that they'll die. It's like kind of a very dark thing.
Yeah, pretty grim.
But it's such an important thing to prepare for, right? Because if you're the sole breadwinner for a family and something happens to you, that can completely derail the future that you had really envisioned for your loved ones. And
Absolutely.
So I'd love to be a part of protecting that piece of love for families and their legacy that they want to leave.
Love the message behind that. When was the moment you knew you were going to make this a reality?
It's funny you should ask because I was just thinking about it yesterday, and it's actually almost been a year. I had come home from San Francisco just to visit for Thanksgiving. And I'd been living there for the past couple years and just having some wine, talking with my dad about what the next step is and what I want to do, and I really was getting an entrepreneurial itch. We just kind of were casually kicking the tires around and talking about ideas. And since I have the background in insurance, he thought that it might be a good time for us to partner up, father and son, take his business to the next level, refresh it, rebrand it, make it modern. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Dude, cheers to that, bro.
Thanks,
you're working
man.
with your dad. You started your own business and you're working alongside your dad. Not many people can say that. So that's pretty awesome. I want to know more about, again, the challenges that you faced before you decided to pull the trigger. What gave you the confidence that it was gonna, eventually outweigh just a regular corporate job?
Yeah, so just for background, my first job out of college when I was getting my feet wet with life insurance was like a completely all commission job. They gave me like a small bonus for passing an insurance test up front, and that probably gave me a month's rent. And I was very naive to the fact about how long it would take to ramp up a insurance and financial planning business, and just found myself just dead broke and really in love with the business and kind of feeling like a failure and but not wanting to give up. I really just was I'm gonna make this my mission to make this successful. And so Well, like, look, the biggest reason why I wasn't able to like sustain was because I didn't have capital. I was fresh out of college. I had student loans. I think a lot of people can relate to that. Right. I had debt.
100%.
And so like, I thought I had experience. Now I know I didn't have much experience, but you know, you live and you learn. But anyway, it was, for me, it was always about getting to a place financially where I knew that I had runway and I didn't have to like worry about other expenses, to where I can fully focus on building a business. And I've gotten there. I've gotten to that place where I felt comfortable taking the leap of faith, investing in myself as an entrepreneur, knowing that as I grow a business, that eventually that ROI will come.
And when did you start your business?
So we started talking about it and planning it seriously in about December, around Christmas time.
Right.
And we launched our website in August. I want to say August 14th.
Okay.
That might actually be the exact date. I remember it distinctly because I was taking that leap of faith. You know, it was
right.
Here we go, all in, spread the wings, man.
It's a date you don't forget.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was January 6th. That's when I left and I quit Entertainment Tonight. I was working at CBS Television for almost 5 years. And you always remember that day. You just bounce the corporate life, the 9 to 5, the in and out, the sick leave, the vacations, and you're on this journey that you're blind, basically. So looking back now, it was the greatest decision I've ever made. Johnny, you know, you're on the phone a lot, right? Like your day to day, you're on the phone, you're making sales calls. I know that. I've seen from personal experience. I've seen you work, and I know that you deal with rejection. And everybody deals with rejection. I was told no thousands of times in my life, and I know you've been told no thousands of times in your life. So, how do you deal with rejection?
Well, a lot of people say that no is like the beginning of something. I guess that's kind of true. Actually, I have a story.
Okay.
So I was making calls. I wanted to call this like equivalent of a CFO for a national brand for clothing, right? I'm not gonna say the brand, but
okay.
They're a pretty well-respected brand, especially in the United States, but they're definitely international. But he's like the CFO equivalent for the as far as United States operations are concerned.
Okay.
And I probably emailed the guy like 6 times. I have software I could see who's opening emails. He didn't open any of them. I left him several voicemails. I'm pretty sure I had his phone number. Actually, in fact, I'm confident I had his phone number. It said his name and everything.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, I said, why even call this guy? He hasn't picked up, hasn't read any of my emails. I have a lot of other important things to do. Maybe I should just move on.
Not even showing any interest.
And then I told myself, what if? What if I called right now and he picked up the phone and he was receptive to what I could actually do for him in the business? And that's the attitude I took. And what I do, I dialed the number, I called him, he picked up. Very pleasant guy. I told him, hey, look, quite frankly, I'm looking at some data. These are your numbers. This is what I can do. We can reduce it 10 to 40%. I think like he was spending $1 million per year, his company, on employee benefits. And I said, that's 100,000 to 400,000 per year that we could put back to your bottom line. Okay. And we kind of talked about it and we reviewed the numbers, and he said, yeah, it's up there. This is one of our top expenses, and let's talk about it. And I ended up booking a meeting with that guy. But had I decided to pass it, I would have never even had that meeting. So I guess like the saying is, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So who cares about the rejection? For me, okay, to answer the question directly, I know I'm just telling you this story because I thought it would provide value to everyone, inspiration. But to answer the question directly, like how do I deal with rejection?
How do you deal with rejection? Yeah.
Answer the question is you just move on. That's okay. You don't know what circumstances these people are in. We all look. If I'm not in the market to buy a car, I'm not paying attention to car ads. But you bet the second that I'm in the market to buy a car, every single car ad is sticking out to me. Oh, get this deal, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should check that out, you know? And so, look, there's plenty of people. Hopefully you're in an industry where there's not like 100 clients and everyone's chasing after for this, you know, the same 100 clients. Hopefully there's enough people to be calling on, and just move on. And, you know, if the person is kind of wishy-washy, then, you know, you set up a little drip campaign, right? Send out like a newsletter or something to engage them. And, you know, hopefully they get your newsletter on a day where they're thinking about a pain point that you potentially are solving, and they go, you know what, I'm going to call this guy and I'm going to give him a chance. So, I mean, that's how I deal with it.
And when I was starting my business too, my dad told me, like, the only way you're going to create new clients is to cold call, cold emails, hit them hard. Hit 100, hit 200 people a day.
You know, one of my worst strengths is well.
One of your worst strengths?
I shouldn't say. Yeah, I mean, I'm strong in it, but it's one of my worst strengths.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
I like that though.
No, so
no
whatever.
Weaknesses, but my worst strength. That's good to take a job interview. Do you have any weaknesses? No, but I'll tell you my worst strength. Yeah,
I love that. My least favorable strength. Yeah.
I hope somebody takes that on their next job interview.
Maybe I'll adopt that.
My worst strength is.
No, I guess.
What is your worst strength?
My worst strength.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, as it relates to this industry, or, you know, what you're doing in insurance, what do you think maybe, or just personally, your worst strength?
My worst strength probably is just being a first-time business owner, right? I mean, anyone's first time at anything is just like your first time, so you don't know what you don't know, and 100%. You learn as you go, and it's not a bad thing. Anyone that's a successful business owner has been through the trials and tribulations of that.
What are some of the characteristics somebody should embody if they're... You good over there? It went down the wrong tube? Okay. You're good now, yeah?
I'm good.
We're good? Okay. You know, what would you say, because you're an entrepreneur, obviously it takes a lot of confidence. What are the characteristics you feel somebody should embody when considering an entrepreneurial journey?
It's a lot of time management. There's so many things to do, and you know, we talked about this. There's so many things to do where
it's too much.
And there's just only 24 hours in a day, and you have people you care about, you have personal things you need to do. You don't want to let yourself go. So managing your time effectively to incrementally move the needle each and every week towards the strategic direction that you want to go is important. And so, you know, for me, one of the things that I'm trying to do now, and I was actually talking to my dad and business partner Jay about this. So we were just talking about how sometimes we feel like we do a little bit of everything every day, but certain things take like real concerted, focused efforts to get them done and get them done right. Right. So especially when it comes to this marketing stuff, and I know Alex does a real good job of this himself for his business.
Thank you.
It's just block out the day. Just take a marketing day. It doesn't need to be a sales day. It doesn't need to be a cold calling day. It doesn't need to be an admin day.
Sure.
And just managing time like that, especially if you have a partner, someone that can like pick up on like the next most hot item that you need to do, is something that I would highly recommend.
What's the best quitting speech? Like if somebody's at their job, you know, and they're like, you know, I've got this thing that I've got at home that I'm cooking, or I've got a side hustle, but I have to make money and go to my job, but I really want to focus more on my side hustle. Okay. And then the side hustle picks up and actually gets more serious. Yep. When you realize you're ready to make that move, what do you think is the best way to exit?
If you have a side hustle and you have revenue coming in, God bless you, like that's great. And if you get to a point where you don't need the job anymore, or you're close to there, take the leap of faith because you're already there, right? And it's only a matter of time.
Always.
Me, I was a little more nuts in how I did it because I just saved up a bunch of money and felt comfortable with like jumping off a cliff, and I just jumped off a cliff. And we're doing good. Like we're bringing on clients and revenue's coming in, so I'm feeling great about it. But for someone that has the revenue that's coming in, I mean, don't overthink it. Just go with it. Like it's already starting to work and manifest in front of you. And then if you're thinking about just jumping off the cliff, then
I don't know if that's the best reference, bro. What do you mean by that?
Jumping off the cliff. You're gonna either fly or you're gonna
Fall.
fly or you're gonna fall.
Fly or fall.
So what do you want?
Fly or fall.
And
Got
and
you.
here's what I said. Because it's very important. Because I remember I was very nervous the day that I made the phone call. I was very nervous. As I literally said, this is so important to me. I feel so confident about this. Maybe confidence the wrong word. I just felt like this is what my next chapter was, right? And I told my boss, I said, if I don't take this opportunity to do it right now, like my dad's not getting any younger. This is
Right.
a now or never opportunity. COVID kind of accelerated the whole deal. There's a
Definitely.
whole story in and of itself. If I don't take this opportunity right now and I stay where I'm at with the status quo, I'll always wonder the rest of my life, what if? And even if everything turned to dust and it didn't work out, I would never, ever, ever have to worry about what could have been the rest of my life. And I will come out with the greatest educational experience by running a business it's just unmatched, right? It's one thing to go read a textbook and do all this kind of stuff, but when you're actually
Right.
in there
Yeah.
and doing everything, again, kinesthetic learning, trials and tribulations. So I mean, that's just the honest to God truth. That's what this show's about, right?
It is. It's about taking a leap of faith, really. Okay, so that was great, dude. We loved your story. Thank you for sharing that. We're gonna get into something that's a little bit more fun. We want our audience to get to know Jonathan Torres a little bit better. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna do a speed round of some fun Q&A for you. Okay. So without further ado, let's get the Q&A going. The speed round. One sport must go: NBA, MLB, NFL.
Oh, that's easy. Get rid of baseball.
Which rapper said this? I'd shoot for the moon, but I'm too busy gazing at stars.
That's gotta be ASAP Rocky.
It's actually Eminem. So you might want to check yourself on that one, sir. Eminem, for anybody that thought differently. Coachella or Stagecoach?
Coachella, but getting interested about Stagecoach.
Sponsored for life: Nike, Adidas, Puma, or Vans?
Easiest decision ever. Nike, the brand for winners. Checks over stripes.
Checks over stripes. Magic Genie grants you one wish. What is it?
Health for all my friends and family.
Great wish. Fantasy football: keep him or trade him? Antonio Brown.
Get rid of him. The guy's a head case. He's never going to do anything for you. Every single day he wakes up and has some new allegation and legal case. Not with it at all. Wouldn't roster him on my team. But I know someone who has him.
I do have Antonio Brown. I believe in giving people a chance. I think Tom Brady does as well. I believe he has him as a house guest. So I think Antonio Brown's going to give up big numbers. But we'll see about that. Dinner with anyone, living or dead?
Kobe Bryant.
Great answer, bro.
Living or dead. Yeah. Cheers to that. R.I.P. Kobe.
Cheers,
2020 has been a rough year.
I miss you, brother.
Yeah.
Dog or cat?
Seriously? Dogs.
Dogs.
Hypoallergenic dogs.
Okay, and why not cats? I mean, I know you 15 years, but let's kind of bring our audience into why do you not like cats, Johnny?
I think it's like you can rate it 1 through 5 on how allergic you are, and I'm pretty sure my results came back at a level 6, which is like deadly. I've gone to the hospital a couple times, long story, but maybe I think I posted it on my Instagram, and it's really deep in my feed a long time ago, just to show people. Maybe we'll send that over and you can add it into this. That'll
Sure.
be funny.
Yeah, maybe we can. So Johnny, thank you so much for being here, brother. I really do appreciate your time. I think we did a great job for our pilot episode. And again, we're going to be bringing on business owners and entrepreneurs from all different types of industries. So happy that you were able to shed some light into your industry. where you provide service for employee benefits. So having said that, how can people connect with you and find more about your business?
So the best place to find more information about us would definitely be our website. Go to mebobenefits.com. There's tons of cool videos so you can get to know us, more about our high-tech, high-touch, and socially responsible approach to health and benefits to really engage the modern workforce. Or you can send us an email at info@mebobenefits.com. And if you really want some real quick service, give us a call at 833-MEBO now.
Okay, well, that about wraps it up here. Thank you guys for watching our first episode of Sunny at Night. Johnny, thank you for your time. Stay tuned for more episodes to come, and we'll see you again soon.